Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to give you a POV walk around on this 2023 Honda X-Blade 160. And it's going to be a bit of a different video. It's not going to be a full-on review. I've noted a few points down, like the specs on this bike, and I'm just going to explain these to you throughout this video. And yeah, from looking at it from a walk-around perspective, it's got pretty sharp and aggressive angles. For example, the tank, even the grab rails, they're pretty sharp as well. But I want to get into my favorite parts, and I'll get into that later on in the video. First of all, I'd want to talk about the engine displacement. It's an air-cooled single cylinder 162.7 cc engine. It's pushing about roughly 13.8 PS, which is about 12 point something horsepower, with a 5-speed gearbox setup, and it's also powered by a PGM-FI fuel system, so it's fuel injected. That's the engine part of it done. It's not really too much, not too fancy, but when you get into the tech side of things, like the brakes, which has ABS, whereas on the front it's got 276 millimeters, and on the rear it's about 200 and something. I'm not too sure. I didn't really check up on the facts about the rear, because some do come with drum brakes and some come with disc brakes. And obviously in nowadays fuel crisis, this has got to be one of the bikes that are way up there. It's not really performance orientated, it's more of a commuter everyday sort of bike. It's not pushing the mightiest of powers, but it will save you a lot of fuel. It averages around 45 to 50 kilometers a litre in the real world, and top speed it's about 110 115 kilometers an hour. Obviously we're going to do a 0 to 100, well, attempt a 0 to 100 and see where it goes and how fast it goes there in that small stretch of road in the POV ride. And yeah, as I mentioned, on the front side it's got 276 millimeter front disc brakes with 80 by 100 17-inch tires. So it's not got the mightiest tires, like the meatiest tires at the front, but when you go to the back you can really see quite a fat tire. It's not the fattest tire in its segment, but the Gixxer I think has a fatter tire. I'm not too sure about that. I think it's about 130 70 17 at the back, but yeah, it's pretty fat. I mean, it's not trying to be super aggressive, but the entire design says something else. So yeah. And if we're going to talk about the dimension of this bike, if you sit on it, it's not really that high up. I'll show you guys an example. So the bike weighs about 143 to 144 kilos with all the fluids and whatnot, and the fuel tank holds a capacity of 12 liters of fuel. It's not the biggest, but it's doing a good job at maintaining the fuel while riding. That's why the mileage is so great on this car. And the ground clearance is 160 millimeters off the ground, so it's got quite a good space from underneath. You're not really hitting any speed bumps when you're passing by, and for someone roughly average size, he can really flat foot both of the sides. So yeah, flat foot, you can see his knees are angled. If he was a bit higher he would have been stretching, but it's perfect size for even a beginner rider. And after I get over with the features and specs on this bike, we'll hop into the POV ride straight away. So at the front we got telescopic front suspension. It would have been nice if we had the USD forks, but USD forks are mainly on higher range motorcycles with a more sportier setup. And we got monoshocks at the rear, and I really want to look into the sculpture on this tank. It's pretty sharp, but it is a plastic tank. Underneath all this plastic is the original thing. It's probably about yay small. So, and let's see what now let's get on to my favorite things about this bike. It's the lighting. So first of all, let me just put the lights on. The lights are on. All right, first of all, you get this nice looking DRL. It looks like a face, two eyes and a smile, and could possibly say that's the nose. But this headlight setup, it looks really nice, very modernized, and yeah, it's pretty up to date, this as well. And also, if you go to the rear, we've got these T-shaped rear tail lights. They are LEDs, I think they're OLEDs, and they got a halogen bulb at the bottom for when you press the brakes, so they're nice. And also, it's got single channel ABS. I think I might have mentioned dual channel ABS, but it's got single channel ABS, and also it's got a push to start. But obviously we can't start it because it's in neutral and the kickstand is down. But yeah, let's just get into the POV ride and I'll explain a lot more then. So we've took you on the rough roads firstly just to see what it's like comfort wise, and it's alright, it's decent. I much preferred the FZ's comfort over this, not gonna lie, but it'd be a lie if I said it wasn't comfortable, because it is very comfortable, I'm not gonna lie about that. And yeah, let's just sort the mirrors out. But yeah, the Honda X-Blade, it's not, and it's nothing like the Honda CB Hornet. It's something a bit different. It's got more of a commuter-esque taste to it. It's not trying to be the sportiest bike. It's trying to be more adventure orientated. You can tell by the styling on the bike with its plastics and all. And one thing I really like about Honda motorbikes are you get the gear indicator, the speed indicator, the rev count, and it's all laid out nicely. Even though it is no special TFT display, it's a digital screen. It's got more info than you need, and yeah, I really like this layout. It's pretty much a retro, classic style digital instrument cluster. Let's just see what the initial pickup is, because I know this bike isn't made for the quick pickup agility, but it is quite nippy. And the gear shifting is just so sharp. I hope you guys heard what I heard. Every time, as soon as the shift, it makes that shifting noise. I'll just show you now. Now, so sharp. It's super responsive on the gear lever. And yeah, man. It's so cool. I mean, it is similar and somehow kind of competing with the FZS, but I can't really see a clear vision in which market this is supposed to be aimed at, because you got the CB Hornet, which is basically the FZS competitor, direct competitor, if I may say so. It's just I'm struggling to see where this fits in, and hopefully as I ride I can seem to sort of figure it out. And the paintwork is nice. It's that sparkly red colour. I think this would be a nice spot to take a good look at this bike. The kickstand down. Yes, I am in socks and sliders, but it's not a biggie, because look at this bike. It's literally fresh. I don't see a single scratch on it. Just a bit of dust because we're around sandy areas. And the paintwork, I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but it's got a slight little glittery glisten deep into the paint. Huge grab rails. And I like the tail light design. But this is what I mean by the adventure style at the front. Look at it. It just looks sick. In the night time, especially when the DRLs or whatever are on, it looks really good. I'll try to get a picture of it in the night so you get a slight idea of what it looks like. Let's go. So comfort wise, if I had to give it a rating, 7. Not a 10 out of 10 like the FZS, because to me that was one of the most comfortable bikes I've ridden. And capability in the turns, I want to get onto that, because when I started this POV ride on this bike, one thing I realized is the direct input of the turns, and the front is so light, it lets you turn anywhere, literally anywhere, so easily. That it lets you turn so easily without even like killing your confidence. Like I'll show you now after this top speed run. Well, not a top speed run, but see how fast we can go in this set amount of time till the road ends. And we're on gear 1. I'm gonna count to 1 from 3, and we're gonna go as fast as we can until we reach the little mini bridge just on the other side. So 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we can reach 100. Ooh, 90. Just 5 kilometers an hour off. Just 5 numbers off from reaching 100. Hopefully that gives you your verdict on how well this acceleration is on this bike. It's not the best, it's not sharp, it's a gradual acceleration. And since we've done the acceleration, let's get on to how it corners, how it takes the bends, because we're on the windy roads. So we've done the comfort roads, we've done the nice acceleration on the stretch, and we're now going to take it onto corners, see what it's like really on the corners. And then once we've done the corners, we're going to get into just the bike in general. And it did not let me down in the acceleration by any means. Let's just see what it's like on the corners. I mean, it corners a lot more sharper than the FZS. I know that for a fact. I can feel it. I can feel me actually starting to dive into the corners a lot more. Whereas the FZS just wanted to stay upright, if you get what I'm saying. It did really boost confidence in the turns. This is more commuter-esque and more of a touring bike. I don't know. I don't know if it's adventure touring, whatever it is. It's somewhere in that category. It's not a commuter bike by any means. A commuter bike is something like a flipping Honda or some like a unicorn or something like that. I don't know. Probably like a Hero, like my Hero Igniter. A picture will be somewhere up here of the Hero Igniter, and that is a commuter bike. This is not a naked bike by any means. It's something different. Like, it grips so well at the front. I think that's what's enabling it to turn so well. Could be the tires, could just be the geometry on the bike, I don't know, but it's really nice. Turning wise, let's do it here. One turn here, one turn here. Oh, we can get low on this bike. Another turn here, another turn here, and another turn here. It's just so, it's literally continuous turning, and this bike coped with it so well, and just boosting myself out of the corners. Wow, this bike. Yeah, let's say for example a bike is super fast, hard suspension, it's not comfortable to ride. Those are the bikes that tend to perform well in a sporty environment, going fast, turning, cornering, everything. But when you have to sacrifice some sort of comfort just to get better handling, I'm down. Otherwise this bike would have been super comfortable, just like the Yamaha I've said, but it would have felt like a slug through the corners. And I'm actually glad this bike doesn't feel like a slug through the corners, because it's in a whole different category in itself. I just can't figure out which category it's in. I mean, I like this bike, man. It's nimble, sharp. Look, down the gear, into the corners. I really put a lot of pressure onto the front tires. Boom, and without. And the front brakes are whew, sharp as f***. I mean, ABS, and it works really well on this bike. Super sharp indeed. It's like, I can really feel it preventing the front wheels from fully locking up. The ABS on this bike really works proper well. You know what, let's do a little brake test. Say I'm going like 70 miles, not 70 miles an hour because it's in kilometers an hour, and where will I get enough speed for 70 miles per hour through these short roads and such a low displacement bike? But say let's go to 70 kilometers an hour. Alright, 70 kilometers an hour, and then someone just popped up here. It's actually alright. That's the ride over. I hope you guys can see what I'm seeing. I think this bike is a pretty much all-rounder bike. It's not fast, it's not slow either, but it's pretty comfortable. And Honda are known for the most refined bikes, the most smooth. Gearbox is smooth, the pickup is smooth, and the overall experience, it's more on the comfort side of things. But yeah, if that's not what you expected about the bike, I'm really sorry. And if you really do like this bike, well, if you're in Bangladesh, you can go and pick one up for, I think it's almost 200,000 teha, which is roughly about £1,500, probably a bit more, like about 1,600, 1,700 pound. But yeah, and on that note, I think this video is pretty much over. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and comment down below what you guys think of this bike. And on that note, I'll catch you guys on the next ride. Peace. Peace.